You see this life, if you say you no go hear word, hmm, people go borrow you sense. It is good to be wise. If as an adult, you say you no go get sense, you no go teach you sense. Children. If outside children not teach you, your picking where you born I go come they teach you how to get sense. Now be this Emeka Ike issue, Emeka Ike case now. Now in picking they teach them how to get sense. If picking they come expose in voice note where he sent to Ram. That one on number 2. Now I don't come realize say not be by to get sense so as an adult. Some people they don't mature for age, but their IQ they very low. Why? Upbringing. You know get sense. They train you, but you not train yourself. Because I don't see a reason where you divorce person, and people say divorce you according to you. You can't wait after many years. When they try set back into limelight, you start they talk trash. You can't feel say she don't forget, say she go come calm down, keep quiet, no go talk anything. After you don't abuse and give a series of abuse mentally, physically, spiritual, and otherwise. Guy, you need to make sense now. It's not making sense. Make it make sense. Okay, they grant interview. They talk say if you hear anything, say you go spill more. Why you trying to threaten her from talking or stop her from talking? She not be human being. See the abuse. I when they claim saying the abuse. Oh, I don't really get this thing. I don't they disturb social media. And you know what? We will like gossip. We will like gist. We go help now to distribute this thing. By the time we are done, you will now realize that you have done more harm than good to your life and that of your children. Because you know what? The internet never forgets. Whatever you put out there, years to come, it will come after you. So be guided. If now they see this video, make it try the get sense. Couples, not be everything that will come put for social media. Social media is a tool that, if not properly used, will bite you. Now, the saga continues. You know why? The wife is spilling more. And the more he grants interviews, she self go grant interview. You know why? She be human being like every other person. And then when you don't go through abuse, you know go like to keep quiet, keep calm. Like they say, when you start talking, that is your morning. Now truth, now she let out so. And then involving their son, that's a whole lot. Now people are saying the son has been bought over by the mom, that by the time he grows up and gets married, he's going to know that what he's doing is bad. A son experienced this thing firsthand. All his kids experience his madness, his rage, his anger firsthand. Emeka Eke was even taking drugs at the time. So they experienced these things. You were not there. What Emeka Eke came out to say is far different from what the wife is saying. So you bloggers coming out to say, hey, yeah, say Emeka Eke went through this, and I set camera like this, and they talk, and I said ring leg. Hope say now they play the show now, and they hear waiting the wife they talk. I been and I did the marriage. In a no day the marriage now. In a no day there. So the wife don't come recount her story. In a they talk saying a lie. How is they possible? In a follow the woman marry Emeka Eke at the time. Now no follow marry the man at the time. Even the man family they abuse her, saying that she won't marry celebrity. Make she work for him. Reach bride price. He reach to do that they go late. Say because now start they come place price on top of her. I don't tell you I say most of in her favorites. In her life better pass their life. The life where they live now falsehood. Your own life where they live better pass their own. Be wise, be guided. Follow your own kind of life. Now your own life now go pay you pass as a human being. No be any celebrity who can't detect to you waiting you go use your life be. Because they see them for social media they sign, no be say they be human being. Some of them don't get sense for head. Some of them they need to go check them. They people carry them go yaba left. Because this kind of thing this man do now, they're supposed to check him in. That man get problem. Because how can you just want to go back into limelight and then you start with a saga? Who does that? So this saga now go come they sell the movie. Or what are you trying to tell me? So you see now, I go tag this day Holy Sunday. You know why? The saga continues. The more they release more videos, me I go they feed in her. They telling her waiting they supporting they go on concerning these issues. For now, they attach the video to this video. Watch her, make you tell me what you think about it. I would like to hear from you.
Ex-husband made. Before I talk about the issues, where were you when you heard these things?
It was early in the morning.
Yeah.
I just woken up and I saw a message from my sister, and it was like, just be calm, he's at it again, And then going into the message and seeing the same thing that has been going on for the past 10 years. And I just this is it, I've had enough. I need to put an end to this, because I feel like I kind of ran out of an abusive relationship, but I'm still under abuse for the past 10 years because I've tried to move on with my life. I've tried to build my life from scratch, but this person just keeps going to the media space to bash, defame me and cook up lies and just say things that never existed or, something that he has built up on, So I just decided it's time to speak up.
This is the first time that you're ever speaking up on this issue in the media, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Yes. What we remember from this marriage as the public is, and then in 2016 or 2017, we know that Emeka Eke was in court with you, begging you not to go. Yes. Yeah, the news that we heard was that he knelt down in court and begged you, and his friends knelt down in court and begged you.
No, that never happened.
That never happened?
Yes, that never happened. In court, he would always say that he would do the right thing. He would come to my family, and we would discuss and everything. And, they'll tell us to go back and do that. And they will adjourn the case. The next adjourned date, we come back, they ask me, did he come to you? I would say no, because that never happened. Right. You understand? In fact, if I may say, in court, he had actually told me and said, who wants you back? And I had pointed out to the judge, and the judge had said that he heard him. So it was all a facade, because he just wanted to look good and to stretch the court proceedings more than it should have been done. There was never any day. His friends did reach out, you understand, but they were not in court. Nobody knelt down in court to beg me.
So you say that you survived an abusive marriage,
Yeah.
What do you mean exactly by that?
Okay, so
what was the abuse?
It started off as verbal. It started off as mental torture. It started off as psychological. It started off as financial, financial abuse because I was not allowed to work. You understand?
He didn't allow you to work?
He didn't allow me to work. Actually, I wanted to be an actress. That's why I became his friend. I was modeling at that time. I just come out of secondary school. I was 18. Yeah. And then I met him along the line, and I wanted to be, someone who would put me into the industry and all that. And he categorically told me that I wouldn't act because it would destroy our relationship. Because at that time, we had gotten into a relationship, And he said he was planning to marry me, and the tabloids, then it was newspapers. So they'll talk about him, talk about me, and it will break the relationship or the marriage,
So he told you not to become an actor because of the relationship?
Yes, he did say that. He even stopped my modeling career. In fact, I had been approached by an agency to be sponsored for Miss Nigeria at that time. This was 1999. He also refused. He said he couldn't handle me crying if I don't win, things like that. And I had to go back to the agency to say my family didn't want me to do it. And then I went to my family and said the agency dropped me just because I didn't know what to say to them because he was saying, no, that I won't do it.
You met him when you were 18?
Yes.
You got married when you were 19?
No, we didn't get married till I was, I think, 23. Going on 24. Right. I was already pregnant with our second child when we got married. In fact, I had to be the one to speak out, like, you need to do something because this is our second child. So I was already heavy, and I regret it.
Why?
Yeah, because even during the wedding, he came late from the state he was shooting at that time. They never blessed us. It was his older sister's husband who had stood in, and the wine changing and blessings and all that was done. All through when we had collected the list from my uncle and given to him, and we were preparing on our side, and I was always calling him, oh, are you, in tune with your family on the list to get everything? His family came empty-handed. They didn't bring anything. Even in family would always laugh at me at my back and say, I married myself.
Wow.
It was always a case of, oh, she wants to marry a star, and she has to work for it. And I did. I slaved for that family. Everything that they wanted to do, I was a designated driver. Everything that they wanted to do, I was the one who was always doing things for them. I was doing it on my side because of love. because this was my family. As long as, you are my friend or you are my husband's people, you are my family, because my mom was a single parent, you understand. I come from a very humble background, but not that humble, you understand, because my mom strived, she worked hard to take care of her kids, but she protected us. And she brought us in this very close-knit, very loving home that, we grew up in. And so I always felt like every family is like that, you understand.
So the question is, somebody would wonder about is, why did you go ahead with the wedding despite all that disrespect? Him waiting for about 5 years into the relationship, his family not paying the bride price, him coming late. Obviously there were signs. Why did you go ahead?
I didn't see the signs as signs. You understand? I didn't start, in hindsight, I wouldn't even date him. You understand? But then at that time, he was my first everything, first boyfriend. I just came out of secondary school. I just came out of not knowing, anything. I think it was when I got to be 24 that I started understanding that this is not right. This is not how I should be treated. I now started seeing that, I wouldn't accept some things, that kind of thing. And that's why I said I regretted, even doing that. Yeah. And it was until I was 28, 29, going into my 30s, I started fighting back. Right. And then it's now escalated from, verbal and all that, and then became physical. Right. You understand? And then still, even with that, people would say, oh, it's a man's world, and I didn't think of myself, but until the last time that he did, and I was almost paralyzed, that was when I decided that I need to go. But still, I stayed 2 more years after that. Then he's the one who, I have heard, has been selling off his properties. We couldn't even finish our buildings and all that because of his drug use. We couldn't make things out of life. We couldn't do anything with, we couldn't plan. We couldn't go ahead with our plans because of his drug use.
So he had a drug problem?
Yes.
When you say drug, what do you mean by drug?
Well, I didn't know he was taking drugs. It was when my kids came back, they told me their dad takes drugs.
What kinds of drugs?
Meds, whatever. They said they found his paraphernalia, And that made me realize why money would finish, why we'll plan and say, okay, this money is coming in, we need to do this, we're going to do this, and all of a sudden, money is gone.
You've just described him as a drug addict, essentially.
Yes.
Do you think the drugs that you've alleged contributed to this entire lack of peace?
Yeah, he might have. I'm not a medical person, but I think he might have. Even when I found out that he used to smoke marijuana, I kicked against it. What he said is what makes him sane. He said it's what calms him down. And he tried to make me understand that it's medicinal, it's, it's okay, and, he needs it, but I don't know.